Hey everyone, Kathy the Vegan Prepper here with my January 2022 Azure Standard haul. Happy New Year. But first, let me go ahead and show you a really quick thing before we get into the intro and get into the actual haul. Okay, so I finally got lavender this month. I have been ordering lavender for months and it just kept not being there, and now it is. But unfortunately, one of my bags, for whatever reason, it's like it just didn't quite get sealed in the bottom. So there's a little hole. So there's probably about a tablespoon of lavender that came out in the box that it was in, so I didn't lose too much. But I thought, hey, this is actually kind of a bonus because now I get to show you how easy it is to seal a Mylar bag with a flat iron. So you can just, once it's heated up, and this is heated up, typically you'd be holding it and just like slide it across. But because I'm holding my camera, I can't really quite do that. So it happens really fast. You can see like it's already nice and melted. That little hole is done. And now it is sealed. So a lot of times people tell you to iron, but this is just a tip that I picked up from, I believe it was Gildbrook Farm. That's the channel. And I'm sorry, I'm totally blanking on her name, but she is the one that I learned how to seal Mylar bags from. So I'm gonna go ahead and seal the rest of this off camera, but you can see all you need is an old flat iron. I never use this for my hair anymore. This is basically only used for Mylar bags now. Vegan prepper. Vegan prepper. Okay, so here is the whole thing. You guys can kind of just sort of pause and look in case you're really busy and you have places to go, things to do, and you don't feel like watching the whole video. There you go. That's what I got. But let's go ahead and just start over here and talk about each thing for those of you who want a little more information. So this is a 25-pound bag of the wild rice blend, which I really love because it's all whole grains. It's long grain brown rice, brown sweet rice, wild rice, red rice, and black rice. It was definitely pricey for what it is, but it's wild rice, which is always more pricey. Wild rice blends are one of Mr. Vegan Prepper's favorite things, and so I am happy to be able to have this on hand to make into some things for him and the rest of us, of course. But he really loves like the chewy wild rice, and so I'm going to figure out how to cook that for dinner tonight. So, yep, excited about that. We've also got a 1-pound bag of lemon peel granules just for adding some sort of lemon zesty flavor into things. I got a 30-pound box of organic frozen blueberries. So these actually do need to get into the freezer pretty quickly. But yeah, last time I got the blueberries, I got conventional. This time I went ahead and just decided to spring for the organic. And so now we have those, and those are going to go into our freezer, and I can stop buying 2 or 3 bags at a time at Costco each week because we go through a lot of frozen blueberries in our smoothies. Next we have this Kamet this stuff, wheat puffs. So actually 1 month, and I'm pretty sure it was last month, which I didn't actually ever post the video, I ordered 3 of the rice puffs, and they accidentally sent me one of these because the bags look virtually exactly the same. So I was like, okay, that's cool. We'll just try it out. And we tried it out and we love it. So both Mr. Vegan Prepper and I are working on really cleaning up our eating because, as we know, vegan does not necessarily mean healthy, especially lately, because like we've been vegan now for, gosh, a little over 4 years. And it's like, it's amazing the difference even since I went vegan to now. Like at first you were healthy just by exclusion because there were no options, but now there's options everywhere. Like Whole Foods will make you a vegan pizza, and there's slices of vegan pizza to get at Whole Foods and things like that. Like it's getting really easy to get into junk. So we are cleaning up our eating. And this is like basically the only snack food I can have on my plan right now. All it is whole grain Kamet wheat. That's it. It's not, no salt, no nothing. So this is just a whole grain, but sort of in a puffed form. And also it's only 50 calories a cup. So it's something that if I just am desperate for like chips or something, I can kind of snack on that. Now it's got like a chew to it that the rice cereal doesn't have. I'm not saying this is flavorful. It's not. But it sort of answers that desire to have sort of like a little thing to crunch into, because chips have always been sort of the thing that's hardest for both Adam that's Mr. Vegan Prepper, and me to give up. It's the hardest thing for me to give up. So yeah, that's really helpful to us. I got a flat of the pint-sized ball mason jars just because actually this size jar is the jar I have the least of. And with jalapenos coming in, and I want to make another big batch of cowboy candy, hopefully fill every one of these jars. And this is the size jar I need for that recipe. So I just got some more jars. And then speaking of jars, I bought the 6 of the half-gallon jars, glass, plus the lids. So as an FYI, if you order jars from Azure Standard, they don't come with the lids. You buy the lids separately, so make sure you buy both. The other thing that I would like to point out that I've only recently realized, everybody else may already know this, but this was a recent realization for me, is when you shop Azure Standard and you buy one of their branded products, if you're buying the half-gallon size and it comes in a glass jar, you are actually getting one of these jars as the packaging of that good. So whether it's, you know, your coconut oil or whatever, if you're buying it in a half-gallon jar, you're going to see on the website, it looks like this. So that is what this jar is. So you're actually stocking up on jars by buying those things from them. Now, I don't typically buy any of those things from them because I am lucky enough to have access to like a Costco. I know some people don't. For me, it's still way cheaper to get things like coconut oil and other things at Costco. But I just thought I would point that out for anybody who is buying stuff like that from Azure, that that's a potential extra value, like a bonus that you get when you buy stuff from them, especially if it's their branded product that they package in their own jars. So FYI. But yeah, I bought a whole bunch of these because I thought this would be a really handy size to have. They stack well, and this is going to fill the shelves of my pantry better in certain spots than just the full gallon jars. And sometimes you have a thing that you don't have a full gallon of. And so it's just, you know, another handy size for me to have in my pantry. So that's what I did. I also bought, my little girl just arrived, so I'm wondering if she's going to hear this. I bought lollipops, and I just thought they were fun. Somebody else on a different channel, and I wish I could remember who it was, but they purchased these vitamin C lollipops. And so each one of them has like 150% of your vitamin C for the day. And vitamin C is not honestly something I worry too much about us getting because we eat so much fresh produce and we have it. But, you know, this is just a fun little thing. If somebody's sick, you know, something to suck on, give some vitamin C, whatever. But also it's just sort of just a fun way to do it. So I just decided to go ahead and buy some of these. Just like I said, just because it's kind of fun. I also bought 3 more of the 2-gallon buckets. And then also 3 gamma lids for each of those buckets. So the buckets are similar to the jars in that the lids do not automatically come with them. So you need to go ahead and purchase lids if you are purchasing buckets. But I just did that. It's a handy size. I'm discovering for certain things that you're not keeping a full 5-gallon bucket of. I have also recently discovered that one of these with the gamma lid will fit into my fridge. So it's like an extra large, giant potential like Tupperware container almost for things like, so what on earth would you need to put that much into your fridge for? So like for instance, I know some people who, because these are food grade plastic, they will make giant batches of sauerkraut in buckets this size. I personally am not planning on doing that, but for things like potatoes, like we make giant batches of potatoes. I buy potatoes by the 50-pound box. I don't even have to preserve them. We will eat them and then go back for another 50-pound box. Usually, I was going to try to give you a timetable on how long it takes us to go through that, but I honestly don't remember. It's probably, I would estimate, about 1 per month. So I make giant batches of potatoes in my Instant Pot, and we just keep cooked potatoes in the fridge pretty much at all times to cut up into meals or to just grab as a snack, just to eat whole out of the fridge. I eat a potato as a snack kind of frequently. That's one of my snacks. So anyway, they're handy, but I'm mainly planning on these for pantry storage, but just as an FYI, yeah, they do fit in my fridge as well. So maybe they might fit in yours. So I also grabbed this salt-free all-purpose seasoning. I am very eager to taste it and see what I think of it. I have pretty much eliminated salt from my diet at this point. I haven't really been on the channel a lot because I've been doing a lot of things, taking care of a lot of health things. And so that is a step that I have taken to get super clean, finally, to go fully plant-based, SOS-free, salt, oil, sugar-free. And so, yeah, I'm branching out, trying to figure out how to flavor food. And honestly, it's weird how little I miss it. I thought it was going to be a torturous thing, but actually stuff is still really flavorful. Lemon juice is like the new salt for me. So I have lemons all the time and I just squeeze lemon over my food and it's great. So yeah, I've lost almost 15 pounds since the start of December. So for anybody who just got discouraged, because that is a huge amount of weight to lose in just over a month, it's because I was so big to start with. So don't become discouraged if that has not been your reality, because like I said, I was huge to start with. So I had a lot to lose. So I am going to be slowing down pretty soon as well, I know. But yeah, everything's been going great. So I can't wait to talk about some of that stuff. So, but anyway, let's get back into the haul. This is another thing I grabbed just to help myself out. This brand of tomato sauce is one of the best I think I've ever found, or it's just like strained tomatoes. And I love it. You know, there's no salt in it. I mean, that doesn't mean it has no sodium, because there is natural sodium occurring in every food, but it doesn't have any salt added to it. And so this is just a delicious tomatoey sauce. It's helpful for me to be able to just open it and like pour some into something and then put it in the fridge with the lid. Also, what's really great about these is, if I'm remembering right, I hope I'm remembering right, the label comes off pretty easily. And this is a really great size jar to have if you like to reuse your jars like I do. It's pretty much exactly 3 cups, which is a great size to have for things like salad dressings or whatever, little, like a gravy or whatever you might have left over that you might, put into your fridge, like a small liquidy thing. So anyway, I do really like that particular tomato sauce. I got 2 cases of that. And so that's just for me. I do have tomato paste, but sometimes even just stopping to mix a sauce out of tomato paste feels like oppressive to me. Oppressive, I'm so dramatic. But like if you have so much going on, it's just really nice to be able to have that. So because I am so rehauling everything, I'm just sort of bought this to make my life a little easier in that way. So anyway, yeah, there we go. Enough of that. Okay, so I got 2 pounds of lavender. And as you guys already saw, this is the one, I believe this is the one. Yeah, this is the one right here that I just resealed, and I did it myself. I finished it after I talked to you guys. I'm trying to figure out which one of these did I reseal. You know what? I think it was this one. Anyway, it does such a good job, you can't really even tell the difference between the professional and the home job. But I've been wanting lavender for a long time. It's great for various teas and aromatic things, for making tinctures and infused oils and things like that. It's a fantastic healing plant to have on hand. And so I wanted to have some on hand because I ran out like a long time ago. And so I just bought 2 pounds, and I kind of forgot how big the light things are, but I will still go through that. If we get to the end, like in a year or two, and I still have a whole bunch of it left, then I'll just tincture the whole thing, and then that will preserve it, because tincturing is, for me, one of the things that I do to preserve herbs, especially kind of as they're sort of getting to the end. Like usually it's maybe 1 year, maybe 2, if you have stored them very well. Dry herbs will last and be fresh. But if I notice myself kind of getting to the end of that 1 year mark, that is typically when I'll just like periodically go through all my herbs and find ones that are almost done, and any that are kind of close to that date, I will go ahead and turn into tinctures to preserve them while they are still good, so that they don't just like go bad in my little herb cabinet. And I make sure I use everything that I get. So tinctures are great because their shelf life is pretty much infinite. So it'll stay good for a really long time. And then I also build up my collection of tinctures, which is great. Okay. Also, I got another package of 3 of the Dr. Bronners soaps. I'm just sort of still periodically stocking up on these kind of liquid soaps to have on hand. I talked extensively, I believe, in one of my haul videos about how these can be used in gray water. So like if you're washing dishes in a time when you're out of water or you're really needing to conserve every single drop, these can then get poured onto your plants. And we live in a very dry, hot climate. So for me, that is a really important thing to be able to do that. I'm hoping to employ that more in my daily life and not only like in a disaster. My hang up is the fact that I have very hard water. So I will open it up for anybody out there who knows more than I do, which I'm sure pretty much every single person watching this video. Do you have a hack or a tip for how to use this when you have really hot or really hard water, so that there's not a whole bunch of scale left and it actually ends up accomplishing its task? The reason I have stuck with Dr. Bronners, even though I know that there's a lot of people, especially in this community, who are anti-Dr. Bronners for whatever reason, and that's fine. But like I said, I am wanting this for gray water, and one of the important things to know is that bar soaps end up not really being appropriate because they have salt in them. And the other brand, I can't remember what it is. It's like Dr. Joseph's or something like that. There's another brand, and it's even on Azure Standard, and I was going to purchase that one. However, I noticed in the ingredients that it has salt in it. So I was like, well, I can't use it for the reason I'm purchasing it for. So I'm sticking with Dr. Bronners. Also, it is nice to know the entire Dr. Bronners line is vegan. The other brand has certain ones that are not vegan because I believe they use honey, but that's as an FYI for anybody out there who cares about those things. But yeah, I'm sticking with this one. So that's what I got. I'm still sort of trying to stock up on these and make sure that I have some on hand for those potential eventualities to try to just cover all of our sanitation needs like in one, because these are very famously useful for pretty much everything. So I have like a little stash of these building under my sink. And then moving along, I have more spirulina. So we just, this is kind of like they always say, 2 is 1 and 1 is none. And for me, in my house, what we say is replace the spare. So I don't have huge stocks of spirulina on hand, but I did just open my spare jar. So it was time to order a new one. So now now this is the spare. And so we always have spirulina on hand. It's just fantastic for cleansing the body of heavy metals. It's got, iron. And if you look at the website, the nutrition on this says it has a ton of B12 in it. I don't know that that's true. I mean, the website says, so you'd have to scan the QR code. And it says it's got a huge amount of B12 in it. So hopefully that is true. And it would be a great, natural source of that. But we do it primarily just to keep ourselves clean of heavy metals. I have shared a story before of how much I know that this really works. So with my daughter, she had heavy metal built up in her leg from getting her shots all in one place. And then it was as soon as we realized that those really itchy bumps she had for a year might be aluminum buildup under her skin, I started giving her smoothies with about a half teaspoon of spirulina in them every single day. And within only a day or two, the bumps pretty much completely disappeared. And ever since, she has been free of itching in those spots. And it's just been fantastic. Also, my husband had to get an MRI, and he got pumped full of all of that metal stuff that you need for the MRI, and he was feeling icky. And so we started giving him smoothies with the spirulina, and he started feeling better again pretty well. So it really does work to help eliminate excess metals and even, I think, radiation from the body. So that's a thing that we just always want to have on hand. So anyway, FYI, spirulina is great. Oh, and this particular brand is our favorite, or my favorite. It seems to be one of the most established brands. It's farmed in Hawaii in guaranteed clean water. So some of the spirulina, it's almost like seafood, right? You can't guarantee that it's going to be clean. It comes full of mercury and stuff. So with the spirulina in other we don't eat seafood, but other seaweeds or even that, you just sort of have to make sure that you're getting it from a good source. A clean source. So this is, clean, it's tested, so that it's free and it's just the good stuff. Okay, moving on. I got some compostable cleaning gloves. And so I don't know, just like 3 of them. I was originally ordering a pack of 12, but that one ran out of stock. And so I switched over to the 3-pack, and then I was still able to get it. So sometimes with Azure Standard, you might, the thing you want might run out in a certain quantity, but if you switch to a different quantity, you may still be able to get it. And so that's what happened here. And so I will say that these gloves, I have very large hands. I don't know if you guys can tell, like from the video, I have like beefy man hands, like I'm a Brunhilde over here. So it's hard for me to find stuff. So these do fit me. They're not like super loose. Like you see a lot of cleaning gloves and they fit people super loose. But I can, move my fingers. I can, do like these motions, and I'm not feeling like I'm cutting off my circulation or whatever in the gloves. So the large gloves for me, even though I have very large hands for a woman, they still do fit me pretty well. So that's just an FYI. Okay. Also, we got, if you care, fire lighters, which are a 3-pack, which is pretty much one of my favorite things on this earth, is these fire lighters. They just work so well. I love them. They're light, they're easy to carry, and yeah, they're great. So I really do truly love these. So I went ahead and ordered more, even though I do still have some. I just want to make sure I have plenty on hand. These are also going into our car kits, for our vehicle. I don't know. It's not really like a bug out bag. It's just like a vehicle kit, that has like, it's going to have stove and ways to light fires in the cars, in the event that you get stuck somewhere or whatever, or you need it. And so that's going into the cars. So we're going to have plenty of those for making it very easy to light fires in the car. Not in the car, but you know what I mean? Like to have that on hand with the cars. So one of these is going into each of the cars. So yep, that's what that's for. And these last 2 items here, I got a 3-pack of the Worcestershire. That's what it is. I actually went on Google and I was like, how do you pronounce that? And they said Worcestershire is how you pronounce it. And so it's like, it looks like it should be way longer, but that's what it is, Worcestershire. So there you go. There's another bonus for you. Now you know how to pronounce Worcestershire. So anyway, these are great because they're vegan, which is really exciting. I didn't realize they were vegan. I just went to look at them because I was curious, because I saw them on somebody else's channel, and then I saw that they're vegan. And I like practically fell out of my chair. So obviously these are not going to be salt-free by any means. They do definitely have some salt in them, but it's like 110 milligrams in a teaspoon, which is honestly not that bad. So I could potentially, add some of this flavor to something and it wouldn't necessarily completely throw me off track. But also this is fantastic for creating vegan jerkies and things like that. So like Adam is getting ready to do soy curl vegan jerky, and he's going to be needing some vegan Worcestershire sauce. And so I got some of this on hand for us to be able to do that. But also just, it's exciting to have this on hand also for making like Chex Mix and things like that. Like you miss that stuff. And so typically Worcestershire is not vegan because it's made with fermented fish. But yeah, this one is good. So yay, I'm excited. And then also this was another thing just kind of mainly for Adam, a probiotic salsa. He is our salsa aficionado. He loves salsa. He just loves the spice and whatnot. So I bought him, and he saw too, he wanted to try it, some of this probiotic salsa. So he could be eating salsa and getting probiotic at the same time. But yeah, there we go. That is the full haul. So I will say, well, let me sit down and I will talk to you for a second, because I know some of you were waiting for giveaway information. Okay, so what happened to me this month actually happened to me last month as well. I missed my cutoff date. So when I made this order, I didn't actually get a giveaway specific item. And so I'm sort of like looking and trying to figure out what can I do as a giveaway, because I don't want it to be, just like whatever's left over. I still want it to be a really good giveaway. But at the same time, like I said, I didn't prepare to order a giveaway, so I don't have like a specific thing. So one of the things that I have to look at for myself doing these giveaways, one of the criteria is, well, at first I didn't do this. And so I would order stuff and I'd say, oh, this is the giveaway for this month. And it would be like a big thing. And then I'd go and ship that thing. And it would cost me, like, especially when I was doing two giveaways at once, it would cost me sometimes $20 or $30 a month just to ship the giveaway items. And so I decided to make sure from now on when I do giveaways that it's an item that can fit into the same envelopes that I use to ship things out for my business. That way I'm being a little bit more responsible about this. And then not, not making it be like, I don't know, costing us so much every single month to do that. So this month, because I didn't plan, I thought what I would do is put together a packet, like a sampler packet of, say, some of the firelighters and some of the lollipops and things like that. So I'm not 100% sure what exactly the giveaway will be this month, but I'm just going to put together a nice little sampler of, a few kind of smaller things and maybe some things I've ordered in previous months that aren't even here. And so I will put together a little packet and ship it out to, whoever wins. So as usual, the number one rule of the giveaway is we don't talk about the giveaway. These are meant to be a secret so that it's mainly only for the people who are here and watch and care, and not just like for random people showing up for a giveaway, even though, yeah, never mind. I was about to get off track. But so basically just comment down below, say anything that you would like to say except for mentioning the giveaway. And then I will choose your name on the date I'm gonna put on the screen. And if I respond to your comment and tell you in the comment, if I say, you're so amazing, that means that you won. And you can email me at the email address on the screen and give me your address. And then I will ship out a little sampler pack of various goodies, which you will hopefully find very enjoyable. And yeah, so I guess that's it. So sorry that I did not specifically plan or get that done today. I thought my cutoff was on the 31st, but it was on the 30th. So I actually didn't order a couple of things I wanted to order. And I missed a couple of things too. So this month I sort of messed up on the giveaway, but hopefully you still like the sampler pack. So anyway, yeah, that's going to be it for me. We're going to go ahead and cut this off and get this edited and uploaded. And I got to get those blueberries into my freezer. So I got to go do some stuff. I gotta go. Okay. All right. Thank you so much for watching. As always, I hope the rest of your day is good and your life stays wonderful. See you guys later. Bye. Look.
Yeah.
What is it?
It's I really want.
You really want it? It's a lollipop. We've got mango. We've got grape. We've got pomegranate. Oh, pomegranate's my favorite. Watermelon.
Strawberry.
I don't know if we have strawberry, but we have cherry. Okay, which one do you want? There might be more in there, but...
I like.
Oh, it is. No, this is razzmatazz berry.
I like a watermelon.
Watermelon. Okay, we'll get you watermelon then.
Yay!
Yay!
I love watermelon.
I know you love watermelon. Okay, all right.